Hello, I'm Chef John Mitzowich for About.com. Today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious fresh berry pavlova. It is basically a meringue topped with whipped cream and berries. Let's get started. You want a very clean stainless steel bowl, and we're going to separate 3 eggs. Now here's a quick method. I crack the egg in my hand, I kind of shake it around a little bit, and the egg white drops right through. Really nice method. If you want to go shell to shell, go ahead. I always break the egg that way. All right, we're going to measure out some sugar, 3/4 of a cup, plus 2 teaspoons of cornstarch. Give that a stir and set it aside. And now the hard part, if you don't have an electric mixer, which I don't. So you can use your stand mixer or your electric mixer. I'm going to do it by hand just to prove it can be done. And there's your slow motion whisking method across the bottom, over the top, and that really puts the maximum air in the egg whites. Now when it gets to what's called the ribbon stage, see that? If I drip some of the egg whites on the surface, it kind of holds the shape for a few seconds. We're going to add our sugar and cornstarch mixture in 4 additions. So sprinkle some of it in, whisk it in for a minute. Sprinkle some in, whisk it in for a minute. And what's going to happen after the 4 additions, the sugar and cornstarch are going to dissolve into the egg white. All right, and you can tell you won't be able to feel any of the grains of sugar. When that happens, we're going to add our 3/4 of a teaspoon of vinegar and a teaspoon of vanilla. And then we're going to whisk this up and whip this up. It's going to get shiny. It's going to get really glossy looking. And what we want to do is we want to keep whisking it till it holds its shape like that. See that? So that's going to let us shape it on the pan here. So what we want to do is we want to pour this on a lined baking sheet. I use silicone. You can use parchment or wax paper. I'm going to spread that out about 2 inches thick in a round circle. I'm going to tap the top with my spatula. It's going to make little peaks. That's going to help the texture or help the crunch. We're going to bake that for 1 hour at 250. All right, so nice slow oven. And then we're going to let it cool on a rack. And when it bakes, it gets a really nice crisp crust. The inside stays soft. You can actually hear how that surface is kind of crispy. Now it's going to crack when it cools, which is fine. In this version, it doesn't matter because we're going to stuff this with whipped cream. All right, so just use your spoon and just crack it on purpose to make a nice little well for our whipped cream. All right, so I got about 2 cups of whipped cream, slightly sweetened. I'm going to fill it up. I'm going to add a pint of berries on top, fresh berries, and that is your pavlova. It's named after a famous ballet dancer, so you know it's going to be good. Great contrast in texture, crispy, crunchy, chewy, the luxurious cream, the fresh berries, just a great meringue dessert, and the meringue part's actually fat-free. So I hope you give this a try. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. To get more information, you can visit us on the web at food.about.com.